Yeah, I think so. Yes, UAVs, USVs, UUVs, uh, they can be a means for transparency, and at the same time lessen the risks, the risk of our personnel uh, in confronting the PLA Navy. They're being aggressive, they're being coercive. So even aerial, their maneuvers are very dangerous. They're closely maneuvering to our aircraft. So drones will be very helpful and practical.
Okay. How can the Philippines and Taiwan cooperate to support each other's defense within the first island chain?
Okay, I cannot answer that, and I will not answer that because you're already telegraphing what to do, and might as well be silent about that.
In, okay, so I'll continue. In the event of a conflict with China, in which China attacks Taiwan, what role could the Philippines play, and how might it assist in the evacuation of Filipino nationals in Taiwan?
That's the discussion a while ago, which I presented. Actually, I recommended a scenario-based preparedness program wherein we identified the worst-case scenario in the evacuation or repatriation of non-combatants. We call it non-combatant evacuation operation. There are not only Filipinos that will be affected, but also other countries. There's U.S., South Korea, and other countries that are living here in Taiwan. And how about other Taiwan citizens that would like to be evacuated, right? So, in case of a worst case scenario, the Philippines must be prepared to accept or bring in all these citizens because I believe this is the nearest Luzon, the northern part of the Philippines is the nearest place where civilians can be evacuated during a Taiwan contingency. So, yes, but the Philippines cannot do it alone. I believe it should be a regional interoperability measure that should be participated by affected countries, particularly Taiwan, Japan, the US, the Philippines. So risks are minimized and we be more prepared. We cannot prepare during crisis. That's too late already. We prepare before the crisis.
Yeah, speaking of that, as a close neighbor and a fellow democracy on the first island chain, what is the most important sign of defensive resolve that the Philippine military and the people hope to see from Taiwan?
Well, for the Philippines, I think, no, I believe that it's the people's resolve to counter aggression. There will be weapons, of course, but if the people are united to deter aggression, then I believe it will win. It's not only the problem of Taiwan, but also the Philippines. China is very aggressive and getting headway on the cognitive domain. They manipulate information, not only in the mainstream media, but also in social media. They have what they call trolls or influencers for their own interests. So it could shape the mindset of the citizens of Taiwan and also the Philippines, and we have to counter and have to counter and provide our own citizens with the right result and the right mindset.
Okay, how has the Philippines responded to China's increasing use of gray zone tactics in recent years?
Yeah, I think I mentioned that a while ago, and it is related to the ICAD. Gray zone actually is a term by the West before. ICAD, we term is not, no, it's not gray anymore. We call it as
wrong.
ICAD. It is illegal. It's coercive. It's aggressive. Deceptive. Because gray is just being white and being black, right? We call it black, not gray anymore. So with regard to gray zone tactics, including cognitive warfare, uh, of course their harassment of our fisher folks, their aggressive behavior against our coast guards. I answered that a while ago, and we, as even now, we are educating our own citizens also on what's the nature or the interest of China in the South China Sea and in the Indo-Pacific, of maybe its intention of becoming a regional hegemon to counter the U.S. in spite of the democratic countries that will be affected.
And one last follow-up question from me. So I think it was in 2024 when President Marcos Ferdinand Jr. Said that the Philippines would probably inevitably be drawn in a conflict between Taiwan and the U.S. due to the fact that there are so many Filipino working in Taiwan. And also there are, if I'm not mistaken, American military deployments in Filipino islands to the north of Philippines.
Yeah, Batanes.
Yes. How do you think that would come into play in a potential Taiwan Strait conflict?
Well, I think that's my answer about a while ago. It's really about the non-combatant evacuation operation, and not only the Philippines, but we should also be prepared about that. We're talking about Taiwan contingency. What about China? There are also Filipinos in China. So how do we evacuate them if they want to come here in the Philippines? So resources, we will discussing it a while ago, and there will be huge resources that will be utilized in evacuating or repatriating thousands of civilians in case of a Taiwan contingency.
So, in the case of Taiwan contingency, would the Philippines' involvement stop at ensuring that your nationals are safely evacuated, or would you become intervened in the sense to stop China from becoming a regional hegemon?
Well, that's a question. Meaning stopping that is not, I think, should not be discussed publicly.